So, as you can see, it gives you this little indication, high performing. This is a giveaway campaign. This is a Legion giveaway campaign that we launched in November of 2022. Right here, November 18, 2022. It's going on 2 years. The average cost per lead is 22 cents. I've never touched this ad again since I launched it. It's been autopilot running itself, getting better and smarter over time. The ad, this is the only ad. I only launched one ad too. I didn't do any testing. I didn't do nothing. I just created one ad, and this is the ad that's running. So it says, win a free pair of Vogus Chic Nessa shoes worth $140. And then it's... interloops, right? So that's one version. It's like it's not even edited to the beat, you know. Here's another version. This is another client of mine.
That's that TikTok version.
Let's see.
Hey, what's up? I'm Lamar JaVale. I own a brand called Super Fresh. And we got a 20 on the 20th drop coming up tomorrow. On the 20th of every single month, I drop a $20 t-shirt. We're going with the PayPal. We're going with Netflix. Leg day. What I got here is a heavyweight tee. This is cropped at the bottom because these are my personal tees. We got two versions of this. The traditional classic logo. And then we got the one color. Classic on white, on black. And then we got the, you already know. So the only way to get access to these pieces is to sign up on the release list, the guest list, the VIP list, whatever you want to call it. It's on our website. Add your phone number and your email, and we will send you the link. Thank you.
I think that would probably be a good one for my brand, the second one you showed.
Yep, and then let me just show you another one.
Please go on. And both of those were the lead gen, right? That wasn't the awareness.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can be awareness.
Oh, that's fire.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's a lead gen ad. There's just no voice, no nothing.
Okay.
And then that same brand. He did it really good, and he did it on his first take too. He did a really good lead gen video. Oh. Send it from my phone real quick. Go ahead if you got any questions. I'm gonna just send it from my phone real quick.
Nah, those were dope. So with the lead gen, you in the video want to at least you want to. That's when you're telling them sign up. Sign up for the email list and things of that nature. But for the awareness campaign, that's just showing what your product can do, like a organic post that you would have posted on TikTok that you would just be putting money behind that did well.
Yep.
Got it. Hey, did you want to show them your Facebook to make sure you had that set up right?
You guys, my 3 o'clock just canceled, so I don't got no calls for the rest of the day.
I mean, I'm so sorry to hear that.
That's hilarious. We got another hour on the clock. All right, don't feel rushed.
Okay. God, today's a great day.
It's a great day. Listen, how we going to divvy up this next 20 minutes?
Oh man, I was nervous.
Any I know, right? I'm like, damn, this is so good. I was like, forget the Facebook. I'll just figure that out later. Like, damn, okay. So another question I had was, you said organically last year he was doing like $6K a month. I'm guessing that's just from posting and getting a warm audience. And then when you did it with him, he did a 30K drop. It was a lot of that. I know you like briefly went over it. That was more like a retargeting where he kind of woke up the people that might have bought once or twice from him last year, and those people came back to buy again from the drop you did with him.
I'm gonna actually open the campaign just to see real quick, because I did both. I did retargeting, and I did top of funnel people I've never seen his brand before.
Yes, that's what I would love to see at the top of funnel.
Man, let me go ahead and make this 20 grand so I can get in P. Smith's.
What? Stop playing. Now that I know what the entry is,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Man, sign me up quick.
All right. What is... There it is.
What if I told you there was a way for you to get paid just to put on clothes? And what if I told you I had all the information for you to be able to make this happen? It's your favorite fashion influencer, Profit, also the owner of the six-figure business, Profit Minded Clothing. I recently noticed that I was posting on social media and was never getting any type of engagement. And then one day, I finally reached 10K in less than 30 days. Now, you may be wondering, how did I possibly do this? Thanks to the ebook and the link in my bio, I was able to become a fashion influencer in less than a month. Now, that's not all that I was able to get with this. There have been multi-million-dollar companies who are sending me clothes just for me to put on their clothes. And not only are they sending me out these clothes, they're also paying me to post videos and pictures in them. You will make a one-time investment of $50 to know all this information and to apply it to your daily life. Information such as learning how to blow up on Instagram, how to blow up on TikTok, finding unique content ideas to make you go viral on all social media platforms. If this sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you click the link in my bio and make sure you invest in yourself today. And trust me, you'll thank me later.
So could that be something like? Excuse me, I see what he did there. So he does clothing, then he sells. I'm guessing the digital side of it. Would that be something like? I'm trying to think about a lead gen of that way. Maybe with my product recipes or something of that nature that I would tell people they could sign up for and they would get on the back end type of situation.
Yeah, so that wasn't the video I was looking for, but that he has the brand I was telling you about that I tell people to go look at his TikTok because he's really good at killing it organically with content like that, right? So I think this was the video I was looking for.
These two zip-up jackets that I just dropped just broke the internet. Let me explain. We recently released our most highly anticipated drop of the year, this SSN zip-up hoodie in 2 different colorways. Those who went online and joined our VIP club got 30-minute early access to this drop before everybody else. And all our past customers already know we rarely ever do restock, so they know that joining that VIP club is a must to cop in every release. We're shipping over hundreds of orders every single week thanks to everybody who has signed up for our VIP club online. And trust me, you don't want to end up like these idiots fighting over every single release because we sold out too fast. So make sure you head online and join the VIP club so that we can celebrate our brand newest member to the Profit Minded family.
That
Right,
is
so the thing is, I've asked every one of my clients the last 4 or 5 years to do videos like this. I asked him one time, he sent me that back in 15 minutes. So that's what I mean. He's just a different breed of like, I'm going to get it done. And I understand what to say. Like, so when you go to his TikTok, you'll understand even more. He only drops one piece at a time. He focuses on that one garment, and he makes a bunch of content about that garment. And he builds up the hype for 2, 3, 4 weeks. Builds the SMS email list, and then drops it, leaves it open from, he says paycheck to paycheck, Friday to Friday. So, but content-wise, if you like struggling as a brand to figure out how you promote a piece, it's like, just go to his page. Just
What's
look
his
at
name
his
again?
how profit-minded. Just look at it. Just so I can tell you about the other brand I told you about what the analytics look like from a sales perspective. Okay, so
Turn it down, please.
we only ran this for a week. We spent $2,400. So yeah, we spent $2,400.
Zai, turn it down.
This was a lead gen campaign, and this was a lead gen campaign. So 1,500 of the 2,500 we spent was lead gen. We scroll over here, you can see leads wise, added 1,500 leads to his email and SMS list. $1.58 per lead on average. And this is the first time testing these ads with the audiences that we did, right? It's the first campaign ever launched. And so, as you can see, it's $1.58 a lead. But when you actually look at where they were starting to settle, this was heading under $1, and then this was at 79 cents. Right, so it was gonna drop, and it didn't. If we turn it back on and we leave it going for another couple months, it'll continue to drop because Facebook gets smarter over time. The more data you give it, the better it's able to decipher who your best target customer is, and it goes and tries to find that person at the lowest cost. So Facebook wants you to win, because if you win, you spend more money with them. They do not want you to have bad results. That's what a lot of people get misconstrued a lot of times. They think they just want you to spend money and lose it. It goes against them making any money because you're not going to spend no more money if you lose money on the platform. So, the thing is, again, when you're driving this many new leads, it takes time to nurture them like anybody, right? And so people expect, like, oh, I built up 1,500, I'm going to get hella sales right away. It's like, no, they have to enter your funnel. They got to get used to seeing you consistently. You send a text message, emails. I give the best example. And it does get expensive to send text, right? So, as you can see, this is only $1,500. What if in 5 months you now have a list of 10,000 people? It costs you 2 cents to send out a text message. 10,000 people times 2 cents. That's $200 per text, per mass text you send out, right? And some people do 2 texts in one day. So when you build a list that big, it starts to get expensive to send out text. Typically, text will perform and you'll get that money back anyways. But the best example I give people is my personal experience with being on a text messaging. And this is not just unique to me. It's the nature of text message marketing. I entered the Marathon Clothing. Do you know the Marathon Clothing?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I entered NIP's text message marketing in 2017. I was broke 2017. I was broke 2018. I was broke 2019. I was semi-broke 2020. Right? They're sending me text messages every freaking week. 3-4 times a week about new material, new drops. I ain't had no money. Especially for his shit, he could charge $100 for a vest. You know what I mean? Like, I have no bread to be spending on him. But I got some money in 2021. And then, so I do this math. I say, okay, let's say, and honestly, this is how frequent they send texts. Let's say he sent 5 texts a week, right? 5 texts a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. Sending me 260 text messages every year. And 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, I'm going to say times 4.5 years. Because I bought in the middle of the year, 2021. So he sent me 1,100 text messages without me buying anything. Okay? Average cost of a text is 2.65 cents. He spent $31 in 4.5 years total texting me these offers. I also was getting emails too, but I don't ever buy from an email really normally, me personally, right? And so 1,100 text messages this man sent me, or his team or whatever, right? Because rest in peace, he died in 2018. So the team was on it still after that. $31 total invested in me without a return at all. Now imagine you got 10,000 customers without returning your text. That's $310,000 in 4 years that you didn't earn back from those specific people, right? But just for me, 31. The first time I purchased something, so let's just say we're in a negative 31 for me. The first time I purchased, they sent a GIF image of a bunch of things they released. There was one piece in there where I said, ooh. And I had the money at that time. So I clicked the link. It had my size. I spent $680. Okay? $680. They spent $31. Okay, let's say they spent $31, and then let's say they spent $1.58 getting me into a campaign like this, but they spent $33 on me. The first purchase I make almost 5 years later, divided by 33, is a 20x ROAS. Now, not only have they got their money back, they've made 20x. And now, how much more likely am I to buy after that? So now I'm adding, and by the way, I've spent $5,000 since then on the Marathon Clothing. So as soon as I buy one time, I'm immediately in the green as a brand. And I'm in the green, and I'm covering a lot of other people that haven't bought yet based on my purchase, right? And so this is what most people don't really fathom in the early stages of a clothing brand, because they're so margin conscious because they need to make their money back. But most brands, it takes years to get that bread back. And that's where you make the money. Right? This is why they have Black Friday. Brands are broke the whole year until they break even on Black Friday. They're broke because they're spending money on marketing, on advertising, on manufacturing, on returns. Like, they don't have money throughout the year until Black Friday comes along, and that's where they make all their money, right? So that's how all brands typically are. And so that's why lifetime value of a customer is so important. One other example is I have a client right now who he wants to scale because he's doing amazing. He's been doing amazing sales for years. The reason why he hired us is so he can scale. And based on what he was doing before, we have been able to increase his sales by a little bit. It's been like 3 months, 4 months. He's doing massive amount of sales already. We've been spending more than he ever spent, and we've been able to jump the actual numbers by a portion. And so when you look at it from, I guess, a brand owner's perspective, it looks like, wait, man, this might not be adding up really, right? And so you're sending concerns about that. But in reality, what's happening is we're getting a lot more people into his ecosystem for a lot cheaper than he was getting. So a good example of a lifetime value example of making money on the back end is that, let's just say, just for numbers' sake, let's say somebody's doing $100,000 a month.
Nevaeh, please close the door.
After hiring in us, they're getting to $120 a month. Let's just say that's the example. But they're spending $20 hiring us and paying for ads. So that extra $20 they're making is getting washed out. So they're making what they were making before without having to pay for somebody. But the amount of people that we're getting, right, I think on average they were getting, 100 first-time buyers per month, right? So this is people who've never shopped with you before buying for the first time. We're almost at 325 first-time buyers per month, right? So we added another 225, right? So that 225, when you look at what they're spending on average, I think average order value is $85. There's your 20 grand we're adding per month, right? Literally, I didn't even know that was the math, but there's the math. So it's not making a significant difference in his current revenue. But the average lifetime value of his clients is $742. So when you add 225 first-time buyers times the lifetime of what they're going to spend in the future of 742, that's $166,000 in the future. Per month we're adding that. So in a year's time, that's $2 million in future revenue that we're helping you introduce to these new customers that we don't get paid off of, right? We're getting paid to deliver this. So when you're looking at data, that's why it's so important to just understand data as a whole. It doesn't look like we're making a big of an impact, but if you fire us in a month or two because you're not happy about immediate numbers, you're still benefiting off all the work we did in a year or two when those people come back and buy again and again because we introduced them to you at a lower cost. And we don't get thanks for that because they don't understand